Everyone says the global economy is stabilizing, but behind the scenes, something very different is happening. It's not stabilizing, it's splitting apart. From high level conversations at World Economic Forum in Davos to policy discussions at the International Monetary Fund, there's a quiet shift happening. And if you're paying attention, one message is getting louder. The global economy isn't breaking, it's reordering itself. On paper, things look fine. Global growth is projected around 3.1%, which sounds stable, resilient even. But here's the problem: the stability is misleading because growth isn't happening equally. Underneath these numbers, the gap between economies is getting wider. Some countries are accelerating, others are falling behind, and access to capital is becoming uneven. This isn't balance, it's divergence. At Davos, global leaders talked about cooperation, but what's actually happening? The world is shifting from globalization to something much more complex: strategic alliances, political trade routes, and competing economic blocks. Trade is no longer just about efficiency, it's about alignment. Supply chains aren't being optimized for cost anymore, they are being redesigned for security. This isn't deglobalization, it's something more precise: controlled fragmentation. Markets used to react to inflation, interest rates, central banks. Now, they react to conflicts, alliance, and political decisions. Geopolitics is no longer background noise, it's the main driver of the global economy. At the same time, another divide is forming: artificial intelligence. Advanced economies are investing heavily in AI, boosting productivity and future growth. But emerging markets, they risk being left behind. This creates something dangerous: an AI divide, where some economies accelerate and others get locked out. And this gap is only getting wider. Then there's debt. For years, cheap capital kept economies afloat. That era is over. Interest rates are still high, debt is getting more expensive to service. And for many developing economies, this creates a cycle. Capital leaves, currency weakens, debt pressure increases. This is the new reality. Capital is no longer cheap, it is selective. For countries like Nigeria, the shift is critical. The opportunity is still there, but access to capital is now earned, not assumed. That means stable foreign exchange, strong fiscal discipline, and clear economic reforms. These are no longer optional, they are the price of entry. Yes, commodities like oil still matter, but they are not a long-term strategy anymore. The real question is, can short-term gains be turned into long-term growth?